Hey there! I wanted to summarize kind of the whole all the shelf videos that I had, and by summarizing it, I mean not going into the details about the brackets and the equipment and how they're about $170 each, but more so the use of them. So why should you put up a counter, a 6-foot counter? Or why would you put up two 6-foot counters, okay? If you recall in some of those earlier videos, I was talking about how I had one of the counters up in 2017, and we did about 2,200 fulfilled by merchant orders on that. And then I think it was March, April timeframe, we had put up the second counter right here. And last year, I did use a prep and pack, but if you take about half of those orders and say we put them through here, which is probably about accurate, we did about 3,500 orders on these two counters this time. It's really kind of funny because the thought this year was to put up a third counter actually over here, but I think it's more of making this room a little more clutter-free. I mean, I like to keep these videos as real as possible. So this is the area that I work in. I mean, I know it's not the greatest, and some videos are better than others, but it's just true. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is now the thought is to clear off this table that you probably can't see that's back there and get that stuff kind of out of the way and kind of restructure that process so that that can be that third top, okay? But again, the purpose of this video is kind of talking about the why into the whole counter thing. Now, January is a great time to do these kinds of things because everything's a little bit slower, and it's a good thing to stick money back into your business, of course. If you're just beginning, though, or you maybe have a setup right now, more than likely you just have a table or a counter or that kind of thing. And with that, of course, it has its benefits and other things. I mean, you can see here, this is a little bit of an exaggeration because this is the kids' table, but let's say we're working at this table and we just got a box full of some OA merchandise, okay? And so we put the box up here and take out the products, and we take out the packing slip, and we check it off as we see the items here, make sure we got them all, okay? And then, of course, you would process them. Well, it works fine for something with, say, six widgets, but what about when you have a lot? Okay, so say I get this done and it's over here, and then I pick up another something and start working through that. Well, there's a couple things going on there. Again, it's a space constraint, and then what about the double handling, triple handling? Maybe you handle 4 times that same product by this method. Okay, that's no good. The constant bending and lifting is no good. And so you have some things not going the greatest for you. So if you are going to do your own prepping and your own packing, something like this works a lot easier because I can take all those entire bags of my RA purchases or those boxes of the OA purchases and just set them right up here and then work through them in an area that is much bigger to lay out things. And so it helps not handling it a bunch of times, and then also the constant lifting, because you'd be constantly doing that in a scenario like that. And so that's why I like this. The other part of this is that shelf that's above the other shelf. That's nice to have a light on so you can really see what's going on, because as you can tell, these 2 banks of fluorescent lights aren't the hottest, and so that helps to have that task lighting. And then also the printer and such, and materials and box resizer, that's the newest thing I have, fun stuff, is readily available for you. So that is the why behind the shelving. If you haven't seen any of the videos on the installation and the parts and all that, do check those out. Thank you for watching.